What up, YouTube? It's your boy Cobra back at it. So, what do we have to drink? We have a Villa M sweet red wine, and we're gonna mix it with some Mountain Dew just to piss off the wine snobs. Yeah, cheap wine and some soda pop. And nothing screams goth like drinking red wine out of a Jack Skellington goblet. Yeah. This red wine is actually really freaking delicious. Normally I go with Apothic Dark Red. I think I'd try something different. Not a sponsor. And pour some more in there. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That's pretty good by itself. It's got really nice. That's really fucking good red wine. Now we're going to splash it with some dew. Drink combination. I call it Cobra's Blood. Why not? Cheers. Check out the merchandise. I got a 4B. Blair White released a new video called Fat Positivity TikTok is Insane.
Here's your reminder that fatphobia is rooted in racism.
Oh, god damn it. Why, dude? No. Fatphobia is not rooted in racism, you retarded bitch. Oh my god.
Actually, I do want to be fat because bellies are beautiful.
That's fatphobic as fuck.
Nah, okay. There's nothing wrong with loving your body, whether you're fat, skinny, no titties, no ass, busted ass face. Nothing wrong with being positive about the way you look.
So you guys know that I have gone down many a rabbit hole on this channel. Actually, we've done it together on Miss TikTok. We've done everything together. I love you guys. We've really grown together. We've had trans TikTok. We've had the woke white saviors of TikTok. We've had detransitioner TikTok. We've had the woke teachers TikTok. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the fat activists of TikTok.
Now look, the root of this problem is that people who are fat have been fat shamed for ages. For a while, being super skinny was all the rage. And now we're in a society that says, love your body. And yeah.
It just sounds so funny because it's the only scenario in which I'd like call someone fat like that because they call themselves fat. Now, disclaimer, I don't hate fat people. I hate when people lie and say that it is healthy to be fat. I hate when people disregard science for the sake of feelings. I hate when people make being fat their identity and thus create it as some sort of impenetrable shield that no one can criticize.
Yeah, I actually agree with Blair White 100%. Nothing wrong with being fat. It's unhealthy, but shit, what isn't unhealthy for you these days?
I hate when fat activists try to cancel celebrities for losing weight and deciding to be healthy, because then you have to get checked. It's just, it is what it is. I also understand body issues. Is there anyone that's going to deny that I, of all people, kind of understand body issues of like every type? And we're going to look at the fat activists on TikTok today because as with every other sort of like social or activist group that exists on the platform, TikTok really heightens the crazy when it comes to this because you can get banned or get a community guideline strike so easy on TikTok, easier than any other platform. So you have these activists and these woke people saying this just crazy shit. No one can push back because criticism equals bullying in the eyes of TikTok. So that it just gets crazier and crazier because there's nothing to balance out the crazy.
As someone who gets criticized all the time, a little bit of constructive criticism is great.
Previously on Boglin Reacts.
Nobody likes criticism. That's what pisses me off about criticism, is that there are people who are giving it, they themselves are not perfect. You can take your constructive criticism and shove it up your ass.
Here's your reminder that fatphobia is rooted in racism.
Oh my god. So if you have some alcohol handy, every time someone says something really stupid on TikTok, we're gonna take a drink.
As always, if you haven't read this book, go do that.
I'm not.
The main thing to understand is that for the last 300-ish years, white folks have been marketing fatness as a black trait.
Are you stupid, girl? To compare like people who choose to not move and eat a lot to being born black or being born gay, etc. It's like, you have some damn nerve, girl.
Some people are born fat and they can't help it. So I see where the TikTok side of the argument's coming from.
You have nerve.
Fatphobia survives through intergenerational trauma. It causes parents to look at their children and say, Your life would be better if your body was different. We try to reach through generations to save each other from the pain of exclusion, of bigotry, of discrimination. And in turn, we become the gatekeepers, deciding which
She
bodies
is so
are acceptable
serious, huh?
and which are not. Making children aware that their bodies are a cause for concern.
Okay, but like being obese shouldn't be acceptable. It shouldn't be acceptable for yourself if you are obese. You should want to change. This is the problem. It's like
No, stop. Blair White, stop.
they're acting like they're arguing for skin tone or sexual orientation to be acceptable.
Making children aware that their bodies are a cause for concern and are being watched closely. We experience weight cycling as we attempt to become smaller over and over again, and we think, if I could just teach my child good habits, that sugar is bad and exercise is mandatory and checking in with your body is unnecessary. Actually, what we are teaching them is disordered eating, weight stigma, the body hierarchy, and a complete disconnection from and distrust of our bodies. We learn to fear fat, and we gift that to them as if it will protect them.
You should fear being fat. And it should protect your child to let them know it's unhealthy to be fat. Why would anyone want their child to live a third of how long they could live? Like it's like, do they understand people die being this weight? Do you understand you're not going to exist at that weight at 55, 60, 70 years old? Like there are no obese 70-year-olds because they don't live that long. It's just so corny to me how they're so serious. Like, take a Xanny.
Do you want to see a real body? Still beautiful, still worthy.
There's nothing wrong with body positivity and loving yourself and saying, you know what? I accept the way I am. And if you can change it, that's another thing. Like, there are some people who can change it, but they choose not to. It's not just about accepting your body because you can't change it. It's about personal choice because some people choose this life. Why? I don't know. I don't care. Your life, not my judgment. As long as you ain't a sick fuck, I don't care.
I think it's funny how these body positivity people and fat activists say this is a real body, as if being thin and not having body hair is somehow not real. Like, it's real, it's just not you. So why are you implying that only the only...
And oh, and the irony, you're going to discriminate against people who are thinner than you and then bitch because...
the only real bodies are people who don't take care of themselves, people who eat themselves into obesity. Like, what are you trying to argue for here? It would be as stupid as me saying, do you want to see a real body? I have more plastic in me, probably than actually she has food in her. Your body doesn't need to change. The way you think about it does. Stop being so hard on yourself. You are beautiful just the way you are. But see, that's the problem, Miss Girl, is that telling people they don't need to change if they're unhealthy, this is a...
You know, it's not your body, Blair. Like, I'm not trying to disagree with Blair White here, but have you ever had to struggle with being fat or finding acceptance amongst your peers? You know what I'm saying? And some people, you know what? Let me ask you this. Okay, if you're fat and you can't change a fucking thing about it, the only option you have is surgery, and it's a surgery you can't afford. What's better? You know what I'm saying?
Objectively incorrect and terrible advice. Saying that someone is obese but doesn't need to change is saying that you don't care about how long they live. You don't care if they're unhealthy. You don't care if they feel sick all the time.
And you shouldn't care. It's not your body. It's none of your fucking business. What's wrong with making someone feel good about the way they look? When you go your whole life being fat and overweight and people looking at you like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh.
And to me, that's just not a friend. Now, granted, don't ever give unsolicited advice to someone's body. I would never do that. It's not like, you know, people love going to the most extreme. So I'm sure some people are saying, oh my God, Blair would really go up to like an obese person and say, lose weight. No, are you stupid? That's so rude and disgusting. However, if anyone who is obese asked me if they thought they needed to change, I would say yes, because I want you to live longer. I want you to be healthy.
If someone came up to me and that was fat and said, do I need to change? I'd be like, change if you want to.
I want you to feel good. And it's very toxic that part of these people's activism, I wouldn't have a problem with it if it was just like, hey, stop being rude to fat people, stop being rude to obese people. They are people too. But they go into these talking points of like, you're beautiful, you don't need to change. Fatphobia is rooted in racism. They just take it too damn far.
But there's nothing wrong with you, physically. You've got the kind of looks that make other girls mentally ill.
Take a piss. Hold up 1 second.
So stop it. You don't need any plastic surgery. You're perfect.
Again, you should not be encouraging that this is perfection.
So what's Big Ben, the clock tower's favorite social media app? I heard it was TikTok. Josh jokes be like,
You can say anything about me, but you cannot say I'm inconsistent on this issue. Look at everything I've said about Eugenia Cooney, who is, you can just see.
that is just the worst. Okay, you know what? That's a fair point. I feel sorry for Eugenia Cooney. I don't know what kind of mental disorder she has.
What's happening here, right? I've always said that the problem with Eugenia Cooney is that she's glorifying being that thin to her audience of young females. So
To a degree, yeah, but you know, you don't know what kind of shit Eugenia Cooney goes through.
the same way that I'm going to be mad about anorexic people or people that are unhealthily thin, glorifying that and saying you're perfect just the way you are, I'm going to have an issue with someone this morbidly obese saying it. It's not a good message to put out. And the fact that this is like a group of people that have like an ideology and like are to be respected, I don't respect it.
Yeah, but you do realize that if the plastic were to pop or explode, that could be super toxic for your body. I'm just saying those fake tits of yours. Just saying.
Actually, I do want to be fat because bellies are beautiful.
That's your opinion, honey. You keep that confidence. Yeah, if she's too big to do reverse cowgirl laying down, it ain't happening for me.
In this episode of Fatphobia on TikTok, I take on the fat face filter. Just in case you didn't know, that's fatphobic as f. Yeah. Stop doing it.
So they have fat face, like there's like black face. Some people go as far as saying there's woman face and get offended by that. These hoes have fat face. Girl, y'all just need like a job or a hobby. I'm sorry. You really do. Like become employed.
Does TikTok really have a fat face filter? That's just wow.
Wow.
Good girl in a straw hat with her arms out in a cornfield. That is a scarecrow.
I swear to God, these like groups are all the same.
Yeah, I'm not here to shit on fat people. I'm just saying, like, if you got a fat bitch, fucking 600 pounds of damn, saying she wants the skinny guy with six-pack abs and a rockin' hard body. But when he says, no, you're not my type, oh my gosh, she'll go off on him about what a piece of shit he is and how he can't handle a strong woman.
These like groups are all the same shit, just about a different issue. So it's like the trans TikToks are saying if you don't date trans people, you're transphobic. The fat ones, if you don't date fat people, you're fatphobic.
Oh my God. You remember when Adele first came onto the scene? You know, the never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best for you. Too, don't forget me, I beg. I remember you said sometimes it lasted longer. Yeah, you know that shit, right? Yeah. Well, Adele decided she wanted to lose some goddamn weight, and everyone was praising her for her fatness, but the second she lost weight, they turned on her like fucking piranhas and sharks, dude. Like, oh my God, how dare you? And it's like, okay, but isn't the whole thing about fat positivity accepting your body and saying you're healthy at any size, but then turn around and as soon as Adele loses weight, the hypocrisy of it, it's enough to make me want to drink.
I can't.
Some people's biggest fear is being fat. And I'm sorry, but if your worst fear is looking like me, you have some bigger problems in your life. Like, are you kidding? Are you kidding? Stop.
Yeah, for a trans woman, Blair White's kind of hot, but that's neither here nor there. If I was into that and she was single, yeah.
6 ways to be a fat ally. Treat fat people with respect and dignity. I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree with that too, but respect is a two-way street. You shouldn't expect people to respect you if you don't respect them.
Call out fatphobia when you hear it and see it. The problem is we probably can't agree on what that is. Seek out fat stories from fat people. Nah, girl, I'm not going to.
God.
Believe fat people. About what? Ask restaurants, bars, special events, venues, etc. to provide size-inclusive seating options.
Food is comfort. Food does not judge you. It just says,
eat me and feel better about yourself.
Do that yourself. I'm not going to do that for you. Take fat friends and family to fat accessible spaces. See, why are they making it this much of like their identity? I know I've been kind of bitchy this whole video, but I'm genuinely now actually feeling kind of sad. Like, that's some dark stuff. To be so unhealthy and to have just no hope in ever changing it.
That's how it feels, though, Blair. I don't want to speak for every fat individual, but for the motherfuckers out there that want to change. They've tried dieting and exercising. They're sitting there munching on a salad going, oh, this tastes like shit. I'd rather have pizza, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? You're going to feel hopeless, you know, because life will kick you in the balls and then keep kicking you while you're down. That's when you got to get back up and fucking punch life in the fucking face and be like, not today, motherfucker.
So you convert it to like, oh, this is just who I am then. You don't have to accept that this is you. Take it from someone who's changed their life and become completely unrecognizable in every way. I'm not just talking about physically, from point A to point B. You can absolutely change your life, and it is genuinely making me upset.
Okay, why does it make you upset? Like, why? How does it possibly bother you that people you don't even know existing on the internet alongside your trans ass?
Be careful what you say.
That this girl has just accepted this is part of who she is. It's not part of who you are. That's so upsetting.
It kind of is part of who they are because sometimes they can't control it.
And you wonder why we don't trust these people.
Your voice.
It happens every single time. Every single time. This is from today. This is from today.
Okay, if fat people are going to say you shouldn't shame us because we're fat, then they shouldn't shame people because someone else is skinny or what have you. It's a two-way street, people. It takes two to fight.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Wasn't fat rep. Was not ever fat rep. Unapologetic fat actors forever and only. Till the end of time. This is boring!
Rebel Wilson poses in a swimsuit and tells fans, it's never too late to improve yourself. The Pitch Perfect star has lost more than 60 pounds after revamping her diets and exercise habits. Why the fuck is this person on TikTok complaining? You have people like Tess Holiday, bless her soul, doing their thing, posing in a swimsuit, and it's just like, no, good for you.
That is another thing that in going through these TikToks, I've seen that so many of these people get so upset.
That's what pisses me off about people, and they're like,
oh my God, Cobra, quit kink shaming.
That only applies to people who aren't fucked in the head. Fuck sickos, dude.
When people leave the group, similar to detransitioners leaving the trans group, anyone leaving a cult, really, it's like they leave and then they get attacked. So there are TikToks from people within the fat positivity movement, you know, saying how frustrating it is when people leave or how frustrating it is when people change their minds and say that they want to become healthy. So you know you're a toxic individual when it's not just your own body that you're harming, but you want others to continue in that harm.
It's because they want to feel accepted and appreciated, and they want to feel like they have a place to belong. That's why they're encouraging this crap. You're being told it's okay if you're fat. Love your body for the way it is. And then you're watching YouTube, and here's an ad for Planet fucking Fitness. If you want to lose stubborn belly fat, blah, 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 blah. Fuck off, dude.
Making being fat your identity and protecting it with such an intensity that you end up abandoning all logic, all reason, and becoming this weird cult is the problem here.
It's not a cult per se. It's just people trying to find acceptance in life. That's just the way I look at it.
And attempting to conflate it with actual marginalized groups that do face discrimination, real discrimination, based on how they were born rather than their choices.
You are right, but at the same time, not everyone chooses to be fat. Some people are just born like that, Blair.
Is offensive. I personally believe in anyone's right to do anything with their body, including eating themselves into obesity.
You say you believe in that, but you're going on your video saying like,
oh my God, you guys, this makes me sad that people choose this lifestyle.
It's like you're kind of contradicting yourself on that one. Again, no hate. You're doing your thing. I'm doing mine.
However, the moment you start acting like you're doing something revolutionary by being that is the moment I'm going to say something. And everyone should say something. Eating Twinkies is not revolutionary, sis. It's just not.
No, eating Twinkies is delicious.
Body positivity, in my eyes, should be reserved for people who are learning to cope with things that they actually cannot change, like missing limbs.
Okay. Let me ask Blair White this. Who the fuck are you to talk about body positivity? If someone were to crap on you because you're trans, you'd have a fit about it, and rightfully so. You shouldn't judge people just because they're trans.
Being born with or incurring some sort of deformity, they have to learn how to be okay with. So calling it body positivity, there's nothing positive about cutting your lifespan into a third because you want to.
We're all gonna fucking die someday, Blair White. There's nothing you can do about it. Nothing I can do about it.
And I hope all these women definitely change. Also, I've noticed, observation, it's like exclusively women in this movement. There are no men. Make of that what you will. Talk about that in the comments. Why is there no men in this movement? I love you guys. See you in the next video. Bye, guys.
I like watching Blair White. I don't care. I support her. I don't care if she's trans. Anyways, thanks for watching the video response. Catch you later. You hit that like button, subscribe for more, and I'll be sure to do more. All right, I'll catch you later.